I am Karan Parekh once again back with the collaborative show by the Circle of Legends, where we all educators have come together to celebrate Diwali and Children's Day with a unique concept, which is learning to learn. The Circle of Legends have a vision to upbring and develop the correct skills at the right age with professional mentors from the right fields. And so, taking an opportunity, we have come with a wonderful topic for today evening, that is learning for teenagers and antenatal parenting. And for and to brief this, we have our special guest today, Dr. Pragya and Miss Hema. Welcome to both of y'all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I would request our both guests if they can brief out about what they do and how do they do, like a small introduction of yourself, Hema ma'am.
Thank you so much, Kanan. I'm Hema, and it's my pleasure to be here this evening. I've been an educationalist for 3 decades, and now I'm a life coach and parenting coach. So I've kind of diverted into coaching after my years of education.
Okay, great. I would request now Pragya ma'am to introduce herself again.
Thank you, Kanan. And first of all, my hearty gratitude to the team members of the Circle of Legends. Darshan sir, to you, Kanan. Thank you so much for inviting us to this great platform that we can share something, whatever we know. So this is like sharing and learning to learn, of course. And if I talk about myself, I have been an educator. And so I would say, though I am at present, I am working as a principal, but I believe that no age is the end age to learn. So we keep learning. And so I just feel that I'm an educator and we keep sharing and learning. That's it.
Yes.
Very true, because learning never stops. As we say that till we die, we always have to keep on learning together. And when it comes to sharing, the TCOL platform is the place where we all educators are blessed to be on this platform together. And we would say big thank you, sir, as well, to execute and give us this opportunity to take it forward and share all our knowledge with every one of them. And so we are here today again with a wonderful topic, as I earlier discussed, that what is antenatal a parenting. When we talk about antenatal parenting, what exactly do you mean it? Can I ask Dr. Pragya to answer this?
Certainly, Kanan. See, what we have observed is that when something is visible, I mean, when the child is before us, and when the child is addressing us as mama, papa, and so we feel that, okay, fine. Now the child is before us, and so here starts the parenting. So when the child takes birth, then the parents realize that we have become parents. But actually, when the soul moves into the womb of the mother, at that very moment, before the birth, before 9 months, this parenting starts right from there, when the mother conceives. And why? Because and the parenting starts from there. Yeah, shall I continue?
Yeah, ma'am, but before that I would like to ask you one question. Like, in all over world, I would say there are very few people who know about this topic, that is antenatal parenting. So if you can brief us about what exactly do you mean about, and how do one parent can understand, and how do one parent can get in touch with one particular mentor to know more about this parenting?
Very interesting, Kanan. I would quote here 2 examples and mythological examples, and that mythological connection is like very spiritual connection. We all have heard about Prahlad.
Right.
And his father's name was Hiranyakashipu. So when he was going to fight with अ, इंद्र, जब वो इंद्र भगवान
Mhm.
से जो है जा रहे थे, अपना उनका बैटल था, सो ही हैड लाइक नारद मुनि के आश्रम में उन्होंने अपनी पत्नी को छोड़ दिया था
Mhm.
जब वो गर्भवती थी, और
Okay.
वहां पर नारद मुनि विष्णु भगवान का ही जाप करते थे, और उसका जो
Okay.
इम्पैक्ट था वो ये हुआ कि जो प्रहलाद जब जिसने जन्म लिया, वो विष्णु भगवान का बहुत बड़ा भक्त बना। सो दैट
Mhm.
इंडिकेट्स कि जैसा भी वातावरण हम देते हैं बच्चे को, जिस समय माँ
Mhm.
गर्भवती होती है, उसका पूरा पूरा इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है उस बच्चे के ऊपर। नाउ
Okay.
नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्पल, एंड दैट इज वेरी कॉमन एग्जाम्पल, प्रहलाद वाली कहानी तो फिर भी कुछ लोगों ने सुनी होगी। सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल इज
Uh-huh.
रिलेटेड टू अभिमन्यु, कि जब
Okay.
ये इनका नाम क्या था, ये द्रौपदी, आई बिलीव, तो वो जब गर्भवती थी, तो अभिमन्यु उनके गर्भ में था, और अर्जुन
Mhm.
उनको एक स्टोरी सुना रहे थे, और उस स्टोरी के थ्रू उन्होंने ये भी बताया कि किस तरह से चक्रव्यूह को भेदना चाहिए।
Okay.
और जब तक वो ये पूरा बता रहे थे कि उससे कैसे निकलना चाहिए, तब तक वो सो गई। एंड दिस इज
Mhm.
हाउ Abhimanyu learnt this skill of how to break the Chakravyuh and enter the Chakravyuh and fight with the people, but he could not learn how to get out of the Chakravyuh. So,
True.
again, this indicates and uh, certifies, जो कुछ भी हम कहते हैं, सुनते हैं, आसपास के लोग जैसे भी होते हैं, उसका पूरा पूरा
Mhm.
इम्पैक्ट उस बच्चे पर पड़ता ही पड़ता है। इसलिए हमें बिल्कुल
True.
हमेशा ध्यान रखना चाहिए, वी शुड बी वेरी वेरी केयरफुल, कि जिस समय मदर प्रेग्नेंट है, वो कैसे
Mhm.
एनवायरनमेंट में रह रही है, एंड व्हाट सॉर्ट ऑफ
Mhm.
पीपल आर ऑल अराउंड, सो दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट।
Very important. Coming to you, Hema ma'am, as Pragya ma'am has already informed that yeah, it's very very important when a mother is becoming a parent. I would say it's not only mother; it's both of them. When the husband and the wife come together, it's the parenting which it's their both responsibilities to be a perfect parent, and they themselves has to decide. It's not only just the mother who has to take care; it's also the father who has to take care. So in that case, Hema ma'am, what would you suggest?
Yes, it was really nice listening to Dr. Pragya. And there is a link because, parenting is like a journey. So, to
Correct.
have a good teenager or a well adjusted teenager, you have to start right from very young. It's a continuous
Right.
process. So there's a deep linkage
Right.
with that antenatal stage. And the parenting journey has to continue because when you're a good parent, you also have, develop a teenager who's well balanced, well adjusted. So I would say that
Mm-hmm.
the teenage journey starts right from that antenatal stage because you have to prepare for the child. For example, a
Right.
parent of a teenager may wonder what has happened to my child. He was so nice and well behaved, and suddenly I don't understand who this person is. He's completely different. So that's where, I'm coming in as a life coach to help parents to understand the teenagers and give them the support. Because if you see,
Mm-hmm.
teenage, that age is the transition between childhood and adulthood. So it's a
True.
time of tremendous growth and change, physically,
Uh-huh.
mentally, emotionally, socially. There's tremendous change. So the parents have to be also prepared to support that child during that change. And it lays the foundation for adulthood. So it's very, very important to give that child that support as he's transitioning from childhood to adulthood.
So I would conclude in very small. What I have learned about this topic is it is very important for a parent once they decide to become a parent, they should always think about the parenting when it's not like after the born, but it's also pre-birth parenting, which
Yes,
both
yes,
of them have to get knowledge about
yes,
it and then decide to be a perfect parent. And then
yes,
it
Exactly.
starts with the correct nurturing right from the conceive, right from when they conceive the things, like, so
yes.
coming to my next question, what are the various ways through which the parents may take more care during pregnancy, I would say? The doctor, I mean, the question goes to Dr. Pragya.
Yeah, very well. This is very important again. So,
Right.
when we talk about the antenatal parenting, then we do
Mm-hmm.
take care. We have often seen we take care of the physical diet of the mother.
Mm-hmm.
We take care that she is eating well and so on. And but the thing is, the environment, it may be like a lot of anger is there, a lot of hurt is there, maybe depression is there, sadness is there,
Right.
maybe the mother herself.
Right.
I mean, the mother's role is very important. Of course, others are also important, but mother has to do a lot of work here. Why? Because she has to exercise upon her thought process. Now, how to
Right.
exercise upon the thought process? That is, when for this we need to understand that when the soul, it has come in the womb, it has left another body, and then it comes in a new body, and at
Okay.
that time it is not in its own body, rather it is only in the soul form. And what happens
Okay.
is that at that moment that soul remains very detached, as well as it is in pain also, because it has left the previous body, the previous relationships, the previous family members. So it is in pain as well.
Right.
Now,
Right.
suppose the mother is in depression, is in sadness, or maybe hurt, or maybe the environment is not convenient, anxiety hai, stress hai, then what will happen is that you are giving more pain to the soul. So
Okay.
now what we are trying to develop is that we give birth to a happy and healthy baby. Now, how that happy and healthy
Yeah.
baby will come? When that soul will get good vibrations, those healthy vibrations, happy vibrations. So, mother has to
Right.
take out some time to meditate, to balance herself. Why? Because this is also called as Garbh Sanskar. संस्कार गर्भ से
Correct.
ही पढ़ने शुरू हो जाते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि जब बच्चा इस संसार में आया तभी से स्टार्ट होगा, वो गर्भ से ही स्टार्ट हो जाता
Right.
है. So once a mother
True.
meditates, so meditation will lead the mother
Mm-hmm.
in a balanced state. And when the mother herself
Right.
is balanced, of course, the same vibrations will go to the soul which is inside the mother. And then
Correct.
the exercise of thought process, we are building a very strong soul inside, which when will come out into this world, will grow up, will take the right decision,
Mm-hmm.
will be in a balanced state in every situation. So automatically the skills have been worked out antenatal. Got it?
Okay.
So this
Yeah.
is how
So,
it's not only physical diet, we have to take care of emotional diet as well. And that's
right.
very important. So
Right.
some time should be
I
given. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah. Tell
Kanan.
me, ma'am.
Yes.
Tell me. Go ahead,
So
ma'am.
some time should so some time should be given to give happy and healthy vibrations to the soul inside.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how we will feel and we will see that happy and healthy baby has come out. Now, another, when the mother conceives, everyone around in the family, they start saying, ओके, बेटा होगा, बेटी होगी, कौन होगा, चलो चलो शर्त लगाते हैं, क्या नाम रखेंगे.
That,
Yes,
that's a very common thing we have seen in the Indian
very
family
common.
more, like, beta hoga, beti hogi. But I do remember, Pragya ma'am, sorry to interrupt in between, but I do remember in my family also I've seen my uncles and all those people, they say while you are pregnant, you have to read more of Bhagavad Gita, and you don't have to move here, you don't have to go out in the evening, and there are a lot of instructions being given. And I came to know
So
now that yeah, it is very very important. That is the instructions what they are being giving. There is some logical reasons and scientific reasons behind that.
yes, yes, very true. And when the gender preference comes, then the soul inside feels like, when it converts into maybe a baby boy, then the soul
Hmm.
feels as if I'm unwanted because they want a girl. उन्होंने तो बच्चे का नाम भी सोच लिया है.
Right,
So this is how
right,
it is, that never think of that it should be a baby boy or a baby girl. Just always think of कि हमें
correct,
एक happy और healthy बच्चा चाहिए. So this is how parenting is,
right.
good
Ma'am,
parenting.
yeah. Before I move ahead with my another question, I would again come back to Hema ma'am, where when we are talking about antenatal parenting, okay, so it is also important after the birth. What type of parenting is important, and what is the opinion, and what is the most important thing that the parent should take care, Hema ma'am, while they are nurturing the baby for a teen age, or
That's
maybe it
a
can
good
be
question.
after the born. Yeah,
Thank you so much for the question,
yeah.
Kannan.
Tell me, ma'am.
Yes. So basically, as parents, what a child needs is unconditional love. You know, you always give that love because
Right.
that's what a child needs. It's like filling up the child's emotional
Correct.
tank, and never withdraw that love, even if the child misbehaves. Yes, you do take action when the
Okay.
child misbehaves, but never remove that love from that situation. So always the
So,
love should be there.
so
So
Hema ma'am,
unconditional love.
Hema ma'am,
Yes.
Hema ma'am, I have a question here. So the parent who are giving a tags to their children that my child is naughty, my child is not listening. So what would you say in that case? Is it good or bad?
It's very important to be a conscious parent. You know that at the in your mind you should have the view that this is a child who's going to be an adult in, let's say, 15 years time or 10 years time. So you are not looking at the present situation,
Uh-huh.
but you're looking at the goal of having a well
Hmm.
adjusted, a good human being, a very kind human being. So you have that goal at the end. And so we have to
Right.
be very conscious how we are as parents. Not for the moment, we
True.
come up with all our stresses, with all our strains, with all our worries, and we take it out on the child. That's not right. But really, to raise a
True.
very well adjusted child, you have to be yourself very balanced and to be considerate of the
Correct.
child. So it's, and we have to leave some of the practices that we may have gone through. Some of the bad parenting that we experience, we impose on our child, which is not correct. So we have to be really conscious,
Right.
of how we raise our children.
Correct.
Ultimate goal is we want a well-adjusted, healthy, kind, a compassionate human being. So all, as I said, unconditional love. Give that love. Make sure the emotional love tank is full. You know, and when there is even a situation of discipline, you can talk to the child and
Hmm.
say, what you did is not right. How do we deal with this?
Right.
Let's say a
Very
child hit
important.
another child. Say you hurt that child. How can you take corrective action? The child may say, I'm going to work on my relationship with that child. I beat him up and that relationship got spoiled. But can I do something to correct that relationship? So, to raise a very well balanced, a good human being, you have to start from very young, right from the antenatal stage, as Dr. Pragya said. And, you know,
Hmm.
your efforts should all combine to raise that well adjusted, that healthy, that compassionate human being.
Right.
Very
So,
true.
Hema ma'am, what would you suggest in that case when it comes to a communication between a parent and a child? It so
Mhm.
happened that the child is not that comfortable to go to the parent and speak to the parent. What is the child experiencing or facing any kind of situation in the life? There comes again, ye mere mummy papa hai. How would I go and share with them? मैं कैसे बात करूं? Very difficult task. So I would ask you to guide how can one go and approach a parent or a parent can approach to a child. What would
So
you
that,
suggest?
yes, so that relationship has to be built up right from childhood. You cannot suddenly become a very good communicator when the child reaches the teenage years. You have to build up that relationship so that the child will come to you with everything. How do you receive what he says?
Right.
If you're angry and you say, don't talk like this, or why do you talk like that? You are very judgmental, the child will stop coming to you. And nowadays we know that there's a
Correct.
lot of problems in the world, in the sense, you have social media, you have peers who may lead the child to, bad habits and all that. So it's very important to build that relationship where the child can come and talk to you about any situation, any problem that he has. So that relation building
I
should start right from childhood. You cannot come to
I
the
would ask.
teenage years and say, now I'll be a model parent. It cannot work. It has to be built up from childhood. But the child comes to you and says, I did this in school and it was not very good. But if you're always having
Right.
that, you're dictatorial, you're very angry all the time, the child will not come to you because he's scared how you'll punish him for everything he says. So that open
Right.
climate, that
Right.
loving atmosphere where the child can come and talk to you is very, very important.
I would like to add something here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Hema ma'am has said so aptly, and unconditional love is very important, of course. And here, the age group. Let us talk about the age group that is till 4 5 years after the birth. That is again a very crucial age. Why? Because that is
Correct.
the time when the child is just like a blank board where you can write anything. I mean, of course, inside the womb, you have already done whatever you could do. Now, outside in the world, whatever is happening, he is seeing with his own eyes. Whatever actions you are doing as parents, whatever words you are using as parents, whatever family members are doing and behaving, everything, every action, every gesture is absorbed by that little child, that little infant. And that
Right.
works a long way. That works a long way after the age of 5. Because after the age of 5, he starts taking decisions on his own as well. So it is
Correct.
very important that till the age of 5 years, the many times we do that we are very busy, and if the child has done some mistake, we just slap a child. What you have done?
Yeah.
And just pass out. But the child is not able to understand what have I done. So explaining the mistake, making the child realize the mistake is more important rather than that just a bit of that slap. I mean, because you don't have time to explain, you don't have time to sit and explain and make the child realize. All that works in the long way. And then we regret, and then we say that this teenager boy, this teenager girl, she is not responding, she doesn't come to me, she doesn't express, and she doesn't tell me anything. Why is it happening? Because you did not care in that phase when the child was growing till the age of 5.
Absolutely
Very
true.
Exactly.
important.
I
Yes.
I agree about what you said. It is very, very important before pinpoint or criticize the child. Understand the situation, what the child has faced it, experience it, know the reason why the child has done it so that the parent can come to a conclusion and make the correction among the children altogether. Yeah, Darshan sir.
Hanji.
Exactly.
You would like to
So,
comment anything on
yeah,
this?
thanks a lot. I think I was listening to a very interesting conversation over here. Very insightful to the parents. Even as a parent, I was also correlating myself, the
Uh-huh.
suggestions by Hema ma'am. And as my daughter is far away from me now, so being, helicopter mom or
Uh-huh.
helicopter dad is little difficult now. So we need to trust the son or daughter. And now it comes to a very crucial juncture of
Yeah.
our this week-long program, which is Learning to Learn Diwali Special on the Circle of Legends. We would like to provide certain such kind of quality content to all our parents, viewers, and upcoming parents also, those who are just married, having a honeymoon season, but planning to have a kid, so they can have an advice from Dr. Pragya. Those who are an adolescent, means in those who have a teenage kids can go to educators like Hema ma'am and can also have suggestions from various experts. We do have experts who are providing suggestions and consulting to uh, those parents themselves. Like, parents also needs to learn that they are also not perfect. So
Right.
with that kind of
True.
acknowledgement, I think we are carrying forward this legacy of Learning to Learn week, and we are going to have a specialized session for a new normal for tomorrow. So tomorrow's guest, one is from Sri Lanka and one is from Ireland, I think so, and they are going to. Uh,
She's from. Uh, yeah, yeah, sir.
yeah, yeah. Please correct me if I'm, because he's your friend. Yeah.
If I'm also not wrong, she's from Spain,
Yeah,
and
yeah. She's from Spain. She told us that. Sorry.
yes,
She's from south of the
yes,
Spain.
that's okay, sir.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she is also a world traveler. She has traveled almost more than 20 countries and helped kids of various age groups to create a sustainable educational environment. So, with involvement
Right.
of more than 20 educators or academicians, I am very pleased to
Yeah.
have this group on my side, on the side of the Circle of Legends. And this program, I can say that so far so good. It's been quite successful. All the blessings of God, as well as support from each one of the mentors or the educators. Now, what next? So the next thing is we are going to have a Children's Day celebration on 14th. I wish to invite each of the educators, those who are listening to this, or those who are going to listen to it on our Facebook, on Instagram, on uh, YouTube, or on LinkedIn, to send the video. The video should be 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes in length. We are going to collect all those videos and post it on our various social media platform, so that we can collectively reach out to as many parents as possible. The message of the video should be, I have learned this, मैंने दिवाली पे ये सीखा. शायद हम आज भूल गए थे कि हमें ये प्रोग्राम इंग्लिश में साथ साथ हिंदी में भी करना है, तो लास्ट में चलो हम हिंदी में भी थोड़ा बोल लेते हैं कि ये दिवाली पे मैंने ये सीखा. ऐसा एक मैसेज देना है. मैसेज शुड बी इन हिंदी. इफ नॉट हिंदी, योर कंफर्टेबल लैंग्वेज यू कैन टेक. We are not language biased also. So whichever language is convenient, but to reach to the majority को पहुंचने के लिए शायद हिंदी सबसे अच्छा माध्यम बनेगा. तो हिंदी में अगर मैसेज कन्वे करते हैं, तो हम सब पेरेंट्स को रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि ये मैसेज सबको कन्वे करें, सब एक साथ ज्वाइन हो जाए, और हम एक टीम बना के कोलाब्रेशन करके एक मैसेज पहुंचाए कि हम बदल सकते हैं, तो पूरा दुनिया बदलेगा. बदलने का चालू हमें करना है.
Yes.
हमें जनरस बनना है. हमें
Yeah.
ओपन टू ऑल द अपॉर्चुनिटीज बनना है. और कोविड ने एक अपॉर्चुनिटी दी है कि मैं 9000 माइल दूर से भी आप लोगों से ऐसे कनेक्ट हो पाए हो कि जैसे आप मेरा फैमिली ही हो. तो ये फैमिली का आशीर्वाद बनाए रखना. हैप्पी दिवाली टू ऑल. Happy Diwali to all members, those who are watching to it, and let's keep connected. If
Yeah,
Kanan,
it's
you would like to put some closing remark after that, Pragyaji and Hemaji, if you can put some closing remark for 30 seconds, I think.
I would request our guests to give one message to our audience on today's topic.
Yeah,
related to
sure.
a wonderful parent.
Of course, of course. I would say that who are to be parents, those who will be parents, please create such environment beforehand in your home that you are not under stress, you are not under any anxiety, you are really happy parents, so that the same sanskar you can give to your child who is coming in the womb. So, and it is the sole responsibility of each and every member of the family, not only father and mother, but each and every member of the family. So, I would say that healthy environment and healthy talks, healthy watching, healthy eating, everything is very important.
Sure, Pragya ma'am,
So,
I would really appreciate the wonderful message which you have passed on to our viewers, and we are happy to have you as well. I would request Hema ma'am to say one key skill, one key tips for our parenting, good parenting. Ma'am, I guess you are on mute.
No, I think her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's on mute.
Sorry. So I'm a parent of two grown-up sons who are working. So I've gone through the parenting journey. So I would say be a human being first, and then a parent. So when you're a human, the child can relate to you and have a good relationship with you. So that's the basis. That's the foundation. When you have a good relationship, so connection before correction, but because as parents, we always think correct our child, make them good, make them, come to the line. But that's not it. It's connection before correction.
Thank you. I think
Very true.
connection before
very
correction, very powerful message. So, Kannan, I think thanks a
Yes.
lot for hosting the show. And tomorrow,
Thank you,
both the
sir.
guests are capable, host also. So, tomorrow we will not be having a host. Tomorrow, both
Yeah.
capable guests will manage the show on their own. So, thanks a lot. And I think
Yes.
let's connect
happy Diwali to
post the Diwali.
everyone.
Happy Diwali.
And happy Children's Day to everyone.
Happy Children's Day.
Yeah, happy Children's
Happy
Day.
Diwali
Yeah.
and happy children's from the Circle of Legends and all the educators who are joined with the TCOL team. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you